name is Lexie Loo, and this is another episode of the Sit Down Podcast.
Perfect.
That
is perfect.
That's all it took.
Hell yeah.
One shot. There you go.
First take.
Wow.
Welcome everybody in house, and to those of you at home who are tuning in.
Hello.
Thanks for coming back again. We have another doozy this week, everybody. Meet Lexie Loo. We partnered with Lexie, I want to say like a month ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. So if you guys are following the Capital Open Stage page, Lexie has been the photographer taking the pictures during the event and posting them on there. So that's all her. That's how we got to know ya. But
Yeah, you kind of just walked in
Yeah.
and started taking pictures, and we were like, who's this girl?
yeah, and you're like, do you need somebody to take pictures? We're like, yes,
Yeah,
we do.
yes,
Let's
please.
go. Right? It was like right away. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the weeks that we've known you, it's like every time I freaking talk to you, I'm learning something new about you. You were one of the most interesting people I think I have ever met in my life. Absolutely. And I, for sure, I've only scratched the surface of what you do and what you're capable of. So that's why we invited you on the show. I really want to.
It's true. You're like an onion.
Oh my God, it's layered, big time.
Got layers. Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
like first, okay, photographer, cool. And then, oh, you're a drummer. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait, you make your own music? Wow, cool. And your own music videos? What the hell?
Yeah.
So what are you going to tell us tonight that we don't
Yeah.
know about you yet?
Oh,
Well,
so
let's-
many secrets.
Here we go. I this is how I want to start this off. So, I'm aware that you're currently residing in Viscount, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
And what's super interesting about this is you're living in a church in
Yes, I am.
Viscount.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have the quirky life.
The what? Sorry.
I have the quirky life.
The Corky Life. I thought that was like the name of the church, the Corky Life.
It should be.
It could be. I want to know about this. So how did that happen, and what what drew you to be like, I'm gonna live in a church
And why
purchase that?
Viscount? Is that where you're from?
No. It's actually quite a complicated story, and it's like very strange.
We're here for complicated stories.
But I won't go into super detail. I'll just go into like the appropriate detail.
Sure.
Yeah, so my friend Chris Douglas, he's a music engineer, and he lives in Viscount, and he has another church in Viscount, and it's like the Sound Castle, if you want to look that up.
Okay.
Um,
I think we've heard. I think I might have heard of this place
yeah,
already.
he's brilliant. But yeah, so we've been friends a really long time. He recorded my band Agony Spawn when I was like 15, so we've been friends forever. And then he asked me to come hang out at his studio, check his studio out finally, and then he's like, why don't you just do an apprenticeship here for like a month? And then I lived there, and we did the apprenticeships, and it was really, really cool. And his beautiful wife at the time was like, hey, there's a church for sale. You should buy the church in the same town as where you're working. So she got me into this church, actually.
Heck yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I'm living in BC. I don't know if I really want to move back yet, but I just did it. I don't know. I just felt a calling for that. So
For sure.
So where are you from originally then?
originally from Landis, Saskatchewan, and then I lived in Saskatoon for like from grade
Okay.
12 on.
Right.
Yeah,
Can I ask how old you are?
No.
just turned 30.
30?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm old balls now.
He's
Shut up.
old balls. You're good. You'll be fine.
So when I heard this story first, I was like, there are 2 churches in Viscount?
I know, right?
Yeah.
That people are living in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even churches anymore.
Yeah.
What's the population of Viscount?
I have no idea.
It's bigger than Bellevue.
Yeah.
right?
Well, it has 2 churches, so it must
Yeah,
be.
Yeah, I
it's a little
suppose,
bigger.
right?
It's a little
Oh,
bit
Yeah.
bigger.
we got Jamie here looking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the research.
No, you, Susie. We're talking to you. I thought you were looking it up. Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
see.
Oh, we won't know the answer.
Yeah, when you said, you kind of felt the calling to do so, I get that impression from you a lot, where it's like you're kind of like, you're very free-willed and you go where the wind
Definitely.
takes you. And like, what I admire about you the most is how you're not scared to just try things out.
No.
It's like it might not work out, but shit, I'll give it a go anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
at least
check
I
it out
tried.
and see what happens, kind of thing. And I really admire that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually
sure.
like. It's kind of weird because like I feel very neurotic as a human, but when it comes to big decisions, I don't think at all. I'm just like I just have a
let's go.
feeling and then I just go with
Yeah,
it.
go.
Yeah,
So you lead with emotion frequently.
Definitely.
So you're
With
still
everything I do, it's just emotion.
so you're still working at Soundcastle?
Yeah, like we work together. We're actually working on my next album right now. So I have it all tracked out. We're just like laying drums and
Hell,
When is
dude,
that coming
yeah.
out?
I'm hoping summer.
Summer.
The
Okay.
summer
Yeah.
coming up. So it's
Okay.
like a winter project kind of thing.
It's been a year
Oh,
myself, and then I just go in with him and just kind of do the finishing touches and go deep into the drumming part. So.
yeah. Well, and that's another thing about you is how we saw you take the sticks a few Tuesdays ago. I had no flippin' idea. This was just like another layer of that onion that got peeled that night.
I knew she was in a metal band as a drummer. I'm like, okay. And then she took the stage. Like, oh, okay.
And it's like, oh, okay. As you guys saw at the top of the show, that was a video of Lexie here banging on the drums in her metal band. How long have you been playing drums for?
Since I was 12.
12 years old?
Yeah, I've been getting snuck into bars since I was 12 years old.
Really?
Yeah, getting stuffed into the back room.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
In Little Old Viscount? No.
No. Saskatoon mostly.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you always been drumming in metal bands, or is it just recently?
It started off with like rock, like classic rock
Okay.
bands, and then I just went straight to metal. I started off with like thrash, like some heavy
Interesting.
thrash. Like Rathid was my first love.
What?
Yeah, and we had a lot of fun, and then Agony Spawn kind of scooped me up. And I've been in bands called Rot and a bunch of other things.
Right.
Like jazz and
Yeah. Well, you were, correct me if I'm wrong here, but a little birdie told me that you were at one point in time also the drummer for the Steadies.
yeah.
That's
Who-
not a little
who's,
birdie that told you.
Well, who told me that?
Her.
I don't think it was you that told
it
me
might
that.
have been Earl.
Yeah, I think it was Earl actually.
No, you told. I know you told me. So.
Oh.
Well, there you go. But yeah, I've seen the Steadies perform not as many times as I would have liked to, but I have seen them a few times. We've had them perform here in Bellevue on occasion. They were here, years back. I think one of the first shows that they ever did was here at Bellevue Hall. And clearly they were, one of the huge inspirations for Moosefest, and they were our first headlining act at Moosefest.
Shout out to Earl again.
Yes, and the Steadies, man, we freaking love you. So how long were you drumming for the Steadies?
I think like 4 years.
For
I can't
real?
really remember like how long.
Yeah.
But his brother Efren got me in the studio doing a drum video, and then he told Earl about me, and they needed a drummer, so yeah.
And that's how, and then that
We
was,
became family.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's
we toured
freaking wild.
Canada, played over 100 shows a year, so.
Oh my God. So how was that for you? Like having the opportunity to tour the nation
Yeah.
and do sold out shows and stuff. Like, how is that for you?
It was a really cool experience. I definitely learned a lot, and I feel like I was probably pretty green in the beginning, just like, I'm a death metal drummer. I don't know how to one drop.
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, one drop is like kind of my new beat. Like, it's like really in the pocket. And Earl's an incredible bass player, and is just an incredible musician in general. Just works his ass off. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned a lot from him, and I learned a lot how to be a real professional, and as a person and as a musician, like even in my style, you know. At the beginning it was just like embarrassing, but now it's just I've just developed into a more of an artist, I guess.
Definitely shows. Like I was saying, like the layers of the onion that we're peeling back, like you're clearly the definition of a true artist, in my opinion.
Thank you so much.
Well, we haven't dropped her music video yet,
Well,
but that's another layer.
That's what I was gonna throw to here right away. Is shit. I'm trying to remember what you had just said, because that was gonna be my segue into it. No, I don't remember.
Sorry.
Well, can I interject?
Yeah.
Real quick? But like Juice, he was in the studies, and he got me into recording my own stuff. Like, I was recording already, but just like watching him make his own music and just being like on tour, he would just always be making music, and that just showed me that I could too. So I just want to be like thankful for Juice.
Absolutely. So Juice, one of the original members of the Steadies, was like a huge inspiration to you.
For real, yeah.
On not only as an artist but as a person as
Yeah.
well, of who you are today. I freaking love that. But that reminded me of of what I was gonna say, is because you had said, you know, being an artist and stuff. I was gonna tell the crowd and the people at home that before we hit record here, we were watching the videos that we'll be showing in this episode, and it was was it hard for you to watch that with us?
Yeah, it's always hard. It's like,
is it?
It's like being naked in a room full of people, like just like staring at you.
Oh man.
Well, the rest of the people are also naked, so.
No, they're not. They're fully clothed. They're fully clothed.
Well, let's do this. Let's toss it to
Thinking was the first that you wanted to put on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, we're gonna throw it to that, you guys. So please, here is Thinking from Lexie Loo.
Oh my God.
Understand why I can't feel my hands. I wonder if this will help me back to land, to land, to land. Don't know. useless. I can't seem to breathe. Do your little dance without me and have a good time at the party. I don't know what's in this drink. I understand why I can't feel my hands. I wonder if the hands will help me back to land, to land, to land. Don't know.
Holy crap. That, like, how much time goes into making a video like that? Not counting
man.
the recording of the song and the mixing and all that,
Just the
just
video
the
itself.
visual aspect of it.
Well, that one took, I think, a couple months. I think so. That I can remember.
And so where the hell did you learn how to do all that?
Well, actually, I have to give a big thanks to my former boyfriend slash really good friend now, Dave Latinga. What's up, Dave? Love you. No, he was like really into that stuff, and I've always been like intrigued by that world. And he really showed me the roots of all that. So I was just so excited that someone was doing it, and then I could watch, and then I just kind of took over for myself, and when I learned
Right.
everything.
So is a lot of that, I'm just blown away because, like, there's so much visually. Is it like, I'm sure there's different aspects to it, but is a majority of that like green screen, or like how, what's a process when doing something, or is it
And-
just a specific program on the computer that
And
you're
do you
using?
make everything yourself, or is there also a bunch of stock video in there?
The thing with thinking, there was stock footage, but after that, there's nothing because I kind of wanted to be like completely original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Final Cut now. Of course, I can't remember things when I need to. We'll just cut here. Final Cut is what I use. And what was the other question?
About the green screen and like.
Oh, yeah. I use green screen like if I want to layer something. It depends on like what emotion I want to get across.
Right.
But I do a lot of stop animation by myself, and that takes weeks to do like 30-second clips.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, okay, question about stop motion. Is it, I've never done, well, my son and I have like attempted to try it.
For half an hour?
Yeah. And I did a one little video of like a thread crawling around kind of
Sweet.
thing. Yeah.
That's fun.
But is it basically you're just taking a whole bunch of pictures and then just like editing them together?
No, I take a picture and move the thing slightly. Take a picture, move it.
Yeah.
Take a picture. Thousands and thousands of pictures, and then when you watch it, it creates this whole world, and it's so satisfying. But it's just you're like sweating, and you're just like, I just want this to end, you know?
Right.
But-
So how much of a movement in between pictures can you do?
Like
Before-
it depends
before
on
it
how
looks
smooth,
wrong.
Like it depends what you want, you know. Like the less movement will be more smoother. But if you want a more jerky vibe,
Then
Doesn't
just
matter too much.
bigger
Yeah.
motions.
And if you think a regular video is 24 frames per second, so you take 24 pictures
yeah,
For 1
for
second.
Yeah.
1 second. Yeah.
Seriously,
That's wild.
Holy
it's dedication.
Yeah, that's
But it's
wild.
like you get to be a real
A real artist.
Like you get to be a real god almost. It's like
Yeah.
you're creating this world, and then it comes to life all of a sudden. It's
Yeah.
like
Well, we had maybe it was this year, like earlier in the year, we had an artist out of Alberta named King Dylan.
Oh, No, it was last year. But yeah.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
And his videos as well. He does a lot of stop motion
Yeah.
in there and in front of the green screen and stuff. So that
That's amazing.
watching your videos definitely threw me back to King Dylan. So shout out to you, King, the King out there. I hope you're watching.
But she doesn't have dinosaurs in her
That's true.
videos.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
No, that's
Just
that's
worms.
just. I'm very amazed. There's so much in your music videos to take in visually.
Yeah, you
Thank
have to
you.
watch it a
That's-
few times to
To get-
pick
to-
up
to get it
everything.
all.
Yeah,
There's layers.
And that's not even
Layers.
counting. Yeah.
like an onion.
Here's
kind of my
the
theme.
name of this episode.
Yeah.
But that's not even counting the recording of the actual
Yeah.
song. So
Mhm.
let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
So when you're recording your music, do you have a video like idea
No.
in your head or that comes afterwards?
I don't have any preconceived anything ever. Like, even when I'm drawing, like, I just disappear. I don't even exist. I don't exist until it happens, and I'm like, what was that?
Right.
You know?
Did I do that?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I have, like, I don't really understand where it comes. I just kind of get out of the way, and then I have these feelings, and I'm, like, searching for textures that match what I'm feeling inside, and then once it matches, then I'm like, okay, next thing.
Right. And that's the same when you're recording music. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
you'll
that's-
just start with like a noise, a sound,
Yeah.
and then just build off of that.
Oh yeah, it's like, okay, I like that texture. That's what I'm feeling, and then if the rhythm is as expressive as I'm expressing in life, then it makes more sense. Like, if it doesn't match what I'm feeling, I'll just throw it out.
So have you ever taken
Yeah,
like
wait. You throw it out? Like gone?
Oh yeah, I've deleted songs that I worked on for months just because I was just like, I don't feel it anymore. She's like, bye.
Oh my
and then
Lord.
and then the next day something will pour out. You know, you can't attach yourself.
But so you don't save it for maybe next
No.
year?
We've heard from
No.
so many artists about how many voice notes they have on their phone
Yeah,
and
that-
ideas and all that they've sat on for decades and you don't do that at all.
I don't do that usually, no, because it just like holds me back. It's like,
Kind
I'm
of
always-
keeps you in that time.
yeah, I'm always just like, if it's not now, it's just like, just get rid of it. Like, that's why in my art, I don't use pencil. I just do pen and ink, and I'm just like secured. It's like, if you're gonna do something,
Do it.
just do it pure. You know, don't
Yeah.
question what you're feeling. Just like, I want to draw a square. I don't know why. I'm just gonna draw the square, and then something else appears.
So
Same with
then-
music.
It's like your big decisions.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
Just go.
Just don't think too much, because you're not in control anyways. It's like all an illusion.
Holy shit. Wow.
I'm just a puppet.
I feel like I got high before this show now. I'm just like, what are you telling me? So speaking of the art, let's show the cameras some of your art here. Let's
Okay.
show us a few.
Can I
Pete,
put
you
this
brought
down?
some. Absolutely. Marco, hold a microphone up to you. Let's start with one. I'll bring it up if you want to show the crowd here, and I'll bring it.
Speak, Art. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, here. I was going to go under, but
Heck yeah. So walk us through this a little bit, and I'll bring it closer to the camera afterwards here.
Well, I'm like David Lynch in this way. I don't like to say too much about my art because I have no idea what it means. Like, when I was doing this, I didn't have any preconceived ideas.
it really depends on what
The feeling.
it's.
Yeah, it's
in,
all about the emotion.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
Look at
Yeah.
how much freaking detail is in that, though.
Yeah, I'm obsessive.
Oh my God.
And this started with a square.
Where did this start?
I don't know, honestly. Can't remember.
Here, I'll bring this up to the camera. We'll probably just crop a picture inside here. Go like that. And I'll freeze frame somewheres.
You might have to zoom out more
Yeah.
to over here.
I could send you links to these pictures too.
Do you want to have a look at this?
It's an original, so
Oh, you saw them?
just be very careful.
Here, I can take it back. let's this is freaking amazing.
Thank you.
I noticed on your Instagram too how you've got like you post a lot of your artwork on there. How many Instagram pages do you have?
I have
Permission to
3
grab
now,
this?
I think. Well, those are small versions.
'kay.
but
We
I'll
just found out she has 2 YouTube channels by accident.
Yeah, I don't know who the other one is. Sus.
There's so much detail.
World's best.
That's because,
dad.
like, to me, life is very detailed.
That it is. Oh, I see a nipple.
There's always a nipple.
Is there always
Zoom
one?
in, do like the comedy. There's always a nipple.
Yeah. I love it.
Wait, where's the nipple over here then?
You'll find it. There's always a nipple.
So an image, or I guess a portrait like this, how long does that take you?
It takes about a month.
A month to do something like that?
Yeah.
And is that like, is there a specific time frame? Like, are you like, hey, I'm gonna do an hour a day, or it's just you go with the feeling and it's however you feel
Yeah,
for that
like-
specific day?
I have no schedule. Usually, my favorite kind of day is like I wake up and I crank music and I just draw for a couple hours
Right.
and smoke some weed and
Yeah.
whatever. Get into the zone, you know.
So what are you spinning when?
Oh my goodness. I really like to listen to Venetian snares to draw. I love Venetian snares. I love Nine Inch Nails. I love Bjork and Radiohead, and I don't know. There's so much I could say. I'm a
Right.
Shugga, Botch. I don't know. I could go on forever.
Yeah. Frick.
Venetian snares, though, for me, kind of captures all my neurotic thoughts. Like, it doesn't let me wander. Like, when I'm listening to Venetian snares, it's like his music is so detailed that it catches every single one of my thoughts, and then I can put it into a drawing. So, he's from Winnipeg. He's great.
So are parts of these pictures or graphics, are they a depiction of some of the lyrics that you're listening to at that point?
I don't know. Maybe. I was obsessed with Nicolas Cage. I still am. I'll always be
What?
obsessed with
Oh my
Nicolas
god,
Cage.
that's my wife's favorite.
Oh my
He's
actor.
my lover.
He's oh my god. You will hit it
best.
off so well with her.
But
Yeah.
there's like secret messages in here about Nicolas Cage. If you ever look at this closely, and if you ever watch the movie Wild
This is
at
the
Heart.
same picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's what
is
she
like a
just
mini
said.
print of this. I actually kind of like the texture.
That one
of
is
this.
a mini version of this one.
Yeah, this.
How much and you sell these, right?
Yeah, for an original, it's 700. I can't
Right.
part any less than that. Prince is 100.
Yep.
These are 50. But I've recently got into oil painting, and it's kind of like gotten a little different. But I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the textures of oil painting a lot.
Shame.
Yeah, this one's called Shame Vomit.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I'm just in awe of
Thank
all of
you.
this right now.
This is cool.
Thank you so much. I haven't had so much attention of my art. This is actually like fun to talk about.
Well,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Well, you know what? This is $50.
Yeah.
I'll buy this one off of you.
Really?
Absolutely.
Cool.
I want this one. And then you said this one's got Nicolas Cage in it.
Yeah.
I'll get a print of this for $50 as well.
Awesome.
And I'll see if my wife can
Yeah,
figure it out.
She will.
can figure it out.
It
There you
says.
go. Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
So my wife doesn't watch the show. So here I just bought Janelle's Christmas presents right here. So yeah. So 100%. I'll take these two off you
Awesome.
tonight.
Really?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, I like these.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, someone's calling me.
Make your trip worth it.
My best friend's calling me.
Okay.
Answer.
Well, before
No.
you answer that, okay, we're gonna throw it to
No.
another video here while she answers the phone.
No, that's okay. Oh, okay. Should I?
Yeah, why
Give
not?
her.
Hey, Irene.
Put her on speaker.
I'm like literally on a podcast right now.
Hi, Irene.
Hold on. Do you want to say hi to the podcast?
Hi.
Hello.
Well, as you can see, society has overwhelmed her. She was no fit, and she knew it. Done pretending with her face long and dreary, she knew it was over. She thought this must be the wrong place to be. She pondered deeply and spiraled into the last one of many spirals she has known. It didn't feel right. Something had to give. It was time to return to the worms. Deciding to go out with a kick. With the twists in her stomach and static that swallowed her mind, she knew it was time.
Sorry.
So the video we just spun was warm food. Another one to take in. There's a lot of visual aspects in this one.
Yeah.
And that's the one with the stop motion.
They all have a little-
yeah.
Well, the one with the head, the man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a real deal.
And as we were watching that, you said that whatever 20 seconds or 10 seconds of that stop motion there near the end of the video, you said that just that part took 3 days. There.
Yeah, it took 3 days.
How many
Because
pictures
of perfectionism
did that
too.
one take?
But at least like 3,000. I don't know.
Oh my Lord.
It was just like it kept screwing up too. So just you got to redo it,
Oh.
and then
Like when you say redo it, like you're halfway done, something doesn't work, so you got to start from scratch again?
I try to start from the part where it screwed up.
Yeah.
But you got to get it perfect, or else it looks stupid.
So what's
Yeah,
an
'cause else there's
example
a-
of something screwing up on it?
Just like the lighting is changed, or it's just like doesn't work out, or just looks. I don't know. There's so many things that could
Right.
go wrong. I
If you
can't
do
remember.
it, if you do it in a room that's sunlit,
Yeah, exactly.
then
And
the
it
sun
was.
the sun changes, then your whole
Yeah.
thing is fucked.
And
Oh.
the head that I made was like kind of falling apart, so I had to rebuild it, and yeah,
Oh.
it was annoying, but it was good.
The result was
The
great.
end product
Yeah,
was like such a reward. So
No doubt. No doubt.
yeah,
So when you're doing that, you've already got the song created before you get into the video. So when you're
Yeah.
making the video, are you like, do you have your song on like repeat?
yeah.
Kinda thing?
Usually I like listen to the video and see what I'm feeling, and like images kind of just pop up, and
Right.
then I try and create those images. Again, it's not even me. It's just like, oh, that's what it wants. I got to do it justice, and then I try and bring it into reality as much as I possibly can.
I'm blown away at how you can even do that. Like nobody taught you how to do that. You just went in and did it.
Well, I learned from like YouTube and friends and people I admire, and just Irene. Yeah. And my friend Dave, he was always into the video stuff too. So, yeah, you just take bits here and there, and you're like, it's like when you listen to like the Beatles. I love the Beatles. When I listened to Because, I was like, oh, like that song is something I would like to capture. You just like take moments from
Right.
songs, and you're like, oh, I like that texture. I like that texture. And then when you make your own songs, you're like, oh, those are those textures that I've saved up in my head.
Interesting. So
Oh
you
my God.
do have a database up there.
I think so.
Just not on your phone.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's all
yeah.
here.
Holy smokes. What was the very first video that you ever did?
I think Thinking was like the real one.
Yeah?
I did a couple other ones, but I will never share those.
Yeah.
It's so
You'll show
embarrassing.
us after?
No.
No, not even
No.
that.
I have so many cringe things online. Like it's even my Facebook is just like I don't even know why.
Well,
My whole life is uncomfortable. But it's the way I like it, I guess.
The uncomfortable makes you comfortable.
Mhm. And everything's hilarious, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big joke. Everybody's a joke. Everything's a
Yeah.
joke.
Everyone takes themselves too seriously all the time, and
Yeah.
just
It is serious. It's very serious
Yeah.
here. But that's what makes it so funny.
right.
Is because of how deep and serious everything is. You know?
Yeah.
If it wasn't, then it'd be boring.
yeah.
Oh my God. There's just so much to unravel here.
I'm going back, and it's like, okay, so we have this onion here, and we peeled off some of the layers, but what else is there? What else is there that we haven't?
It's I feel like as we peel the layer off of the onion just continues to grow.
It gets
Yeah.
more
And
stinky.
it's like as you peel it off, it's like layering back. It's like just a never-ending
Yeah, she
regenerative.
grows from the inside, and it's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
inside.
Holy
for sure.
smokes, man.
kind of like that flower in the video.
Yeah.
At first it dies, And
And then it
But
comes
then
back
it's
to
like
life.
Back up?
it's still
Yeah.
it keeps coming back.
Because everything's an
it's
illusion.
actually a reversed video, but
Yeah. It works.
yeah.
Man,
Everything's a metaphor, as my friend says.
it's so interesting. Like I can't even fucking come up with a question because I'm just like, it was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
It really, you're a lot to take in.
I know.
There's just so much about you.
We might have to do a second one.
I most definitely think we should.
Now that
Um,
she's a little more comfortable.
It's always the beginning.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Out of all the things that you do, we know that you're a musician. We know that you direct, record, produce. You're filming your own videos. You're an artist. You're drawing pictures. You're doing all this stuff. You also take photographs for other artists. You're currently going to shows and taking pictures of other performances at their, like, with their permission, clearly.
I really like doing that.
Freaking rights. Like, out of all these things that you're doing, is there one that you lean towards more than the other? Like, if you had to, out of
I hate
all
this
the
question.
hundreds of things that you do, if you
As-
could only choose 2 of the things that you
Oh,
do.
2?
Yeah.
As he's
Yeah.
formulating this question, I'm like, she can't answer this.
No, no. 2 things, though?
Okay. well,
If you could choose
Art and music, for sure.
art and music. So so for the music,
so photography is an art.
Photography is like a vision, kind of. It's not really me, but it's like, it is me, I guess. But I can be separate from it more.
right.
Like, it's more of like highlighting certain things about people or their art
Right.
that I like.
Like their aura as an art
Yeah.
kind of thing. Trying to capture that maybe.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to incorporate the pictures you take into art like this?
Actually, it is influencing my art.
Huh.
Like the frames and like how everything balances each other. Like, I'm really into film, and that's why I like taking pictures, because you can sort of like see the balance in the picture
Right.
and capture something kind of unique and tell a story in a moment or whatever. But like, eventually I want to make my own movie, so it's like helping me develop that side of
Yeah, yeah.
things.
So when you
Very
say
cool.
make, I'm just speculating here from how I know you. When you say you want to make your own movie, what that says to me is that you want to do absolutely everything. You want to write it.
Yeah,
you
direct
want to
it. I wanna be a
storyboard it. You want to
director.
direct it. You want to film
Yeah.
it. You want to do all of it.
And
Yeah.
it will be a horror movie.
It will be a psychological like thriller. Like, it's a
Okay.
like, have you ever seen David Lynch movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, somewhat along those artistic lines. It'll be like for the, a smaller crowd of people, but
And would that be something that you would consider going to school for, or is that,
I've definitely considered it. I don't really
or is it
think-
like, fuck it, I'll just try it?
Yeah, I think that's first,
Yeah,
and then I might go to school later just to like meet those people
yeah.
and then build a team,
Yeah.
a film crew or whatever. But I'd like to make a silent film first, and then
Ooh.
like go on to the other stuff, because you can get that done kind of quicker. But
Yeah.
So silent film, like an old Charlie Chaplin.
like old
kinda.
school, like with the words and everything. Like, there's a scene and
Right.
then there's like a little description.
But do it in HD.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of.
You may have just given ideas to people.
Okay. Do you have any questions? I have
so many.
I know, as do I, which I'm just kind of like, my brain's melting down right now. There's too much stimulation from
I
all
know.
your art and your videos.
We didn't even-
I'm just like, holy shit.
Did we?
I can't take
it's
it
to a
all in.
point where it's like, did we do all 3 videos?
We didn't. We did 2.
No. Okay.
But
okay.
we led with the drumming. We've currently got 2 videos in there.
Yeah. So what's the third one?
To be empty.
All right. Well,
I think.
let's throw that one on right now.
You could have had a moment to yourself. You could have had a moment to yourself, but you looked the other way. Hey girl, stop chewing on your nails. There's so much you will say.
Heck yeah. So okay, walk us through the actually don't walk us through this one, but tell us the difference from this video that we just watched and the other ones. Tell us something that separates it from the other ones.
I think it more like highlights the darker feelings that I have, or like the more isolated and alone feelings I have, because I don't know how much detail I want to go into this, but I do struggle with certain type mental health stuff. So that was really highlighting the mental health side of, and like what you go through mentally.
Right.
But yeah, like to be empty, to be to feel too much to a point where you feel nothing, to just be like such a big feeler and not being able to like connect to any portal. It's like everything gets burnt, you know, because you're too much, or
Right.
you feel too much.
That's how my brain feels right now. There's so many questions I have for you that I can't form one of them together. Like it's too much, man. Holy shit. That's how I feel. Yeah.
But yeah,
I noticed that it's a lot. I mean, it's still very visual, but a lot less visual than the other two.
yeah, it's like to be empty. It's like
Yeah.
sort of the opposite. It's not. It's just when you're kind of sitting in that numb aloneness of life, which I'm sure most people can relate to at some level.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really went into that in that video. That video is kind of hilarious to make because I made these glasses out of
I was gonna get to that. Yeah.
what is it called? Sculpey clay. And then I had these tubes that go out so I could cry because I wanted it to be like insane crying
Right.
in the video. And then Dave Latinga, my friend, he was pushing on balloons filled with water while I was videoing this, and it was like coming through the glasses, and it was kind of hilarious. But the whole process took so long, but it was so worth it.
But it turned out great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so blown away of how I don't know the right word, artsy.
Yeah,
You are
creative.
It's very
Very very creative.
Yeah.
Aw.
Like I don't know if I know anybody who's
Who's
as inspiring as you are.
That's truly means a lot to me because that's like my identity is based off of the level of creativity.
Yeah.
You know, that first night when we met you at the Capitol, like your aura was definitely portraying that right away. And I
really?
think
Like, what did you see?
It was what I saw was
Just so my ego can feel nice.
well, it was I picked up on. I don't want to say eager. You weren't coming off as eager, but I think the willingness, where it was like, hey, do you guys like, are you interested in having somebody, take pictures? And I think we had very recently had a conversation about that, like, because we had somebody and then they just stopped showing up and whatever, and we had just had that conversation, and then the universe brought you
like
there.
Perfect timing when
it was. The timing was impeccable.
You told me why you were there, but was a friend playing or something?
Yeah, Sedeza.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
At that time,
it was Sedeza that was playing.
At that time, I think we knew them as Black Feather 1996.
That was the first time. And
so they had just
and then the
changed
second time,
it to,
and then the second time they came.
And I don't
under that name.
for you at home, I don't know if that was their official name. I think that was just like their Instagram handle, and then it changed to the band name or something like that. I don't quote me on that. That's how I perceive that to be.
So thank you guys for introducing us to her.
Well, there you go. So that
and we've just become like new, really cool friends. So.
They're amazing. They're scheduled to come on the podcast too. They will be joining us here, and
they're awesome. We
haven't made any official announcements, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be at Moosefest 2024 here coming up.
Cool.
So, but that's still not an official. That is an unofficial announcement that they will be in Bellevue for a few times coming up in the new year. But yeah, like I was saying, it was just. I think the way the universe had brought you to us that night, and then you just asking if we needed what we needed, and you provide. It was like, yes, let's go, and you were like all about it and fired up, and
then we found out you're a cool person. So it's like, sweet.
Well, it's like I can feed. Well, it's not that I can feed off of energy, but I do feed off of energy.
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure.
I try and surround.
Each other, right?
That's it's the inspiration thing. That's right. It's like
it's all about the vibe, and you gave out a positive vibe. So it was
that actually means a lot. That's cool to know.
It's the 100% truth.
Aww.
Like that's how we were like I think we were talking about it the whole drive home of just like how ironic it was that that's what we needed, and you were there, and then it was just like how willing you were to work with us, and we were just like, this is gonna be fucking great. Like
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And we're very honored and excited to continue to work with you, whether it's at Open Stage or anything else. Like I know I've shot some shows your way, and like, hey, this will be a good one.
That.
If you're in the city, you might want to go check this, like stuff like that. I love doing that because that's how I feel like I can be a part of it. Like we're not musicians. He's got the record store. I've got my 9-to-5 thing there, and this is our hobby. We're doing this for fun because we're very interested. We're fans. We want to get to know this kind of stuff, and it's allowing us to do that. And
seems a little bit more than a hobby.
Yeah,
you guys seem passionate about it.
Well, the passion is there for sure. It's continuously evolving.
Yeah, that's
cool.
So
you know what I mean? It's
we just take the opportunity where we see it.
That's right.
It's really cool.
And what I love the most about it is that we're in control.
Yeah.
If there's something that we don't want to do, we're not obligated to do it. We're doing stuff on our terms. There's no gatekeepers at our end. Like, we are the gatekeepers of this program. And
real deadly?
We're real deadly over here. But it's ours, and we're doing it because we want to have fun. And we've always said...
And if we stop having fun, we'll kill the program.
That's right. Yeah. Then we're just... If we stop doing what we're doing, it's because something happened and it just became not fun anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird how things just keep changing.
It's a big evolution for sure. I'm very grateful to have you be part of this with us.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to work with you outside of just Open Stage as well. There's my wheels are spinning out already. There's a whole bunch of ideas.
That's normal.
This is just, it's like that fork in the road, right? There's ideas for everything. It's just, I got a bunch that I'm going to toss your way here.
Have you watched their videos?
Yeah, no doubt.
All over the place.
No doubt. But yeah, so
all right.
we're gonna end the episode with another little video of Lexie banging on the drums for you guys. We didn't talk about this, but a few weeks ago, for those of you at home, Lexie was actually performing with her band at the Black Cat in Saskatoon.
That's
correct? So I can't even ask her how that went because it didn't really happen yet.
Well,
but I'm sure it went.
It was great, wasn't it?
I'm sure it went fine.
I can foresee it went freaking really awesome.
Can we get the name of the band, your band?
Yeah,
again?
Agony Spawn.
Agony Spawn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will have that information in the description as well. But can you tell the people at home, like, where's the best place we can try and direct people if they want to know more or see more of your artwork, or like where's the best place for people to find you?
Well, my art page is LexDrum8. That's my Instagram. And that's about it.
Cool.
All right.
I mean, I have like the photography page, which is Lexie Loo photo, and Lexie spelled LEXIELOO photo.
Right. And she's the one putting the pictures from the every Tuesday night on the Capital Open Stage Instagram page. So she's in control of that one as well.
I guess my music is on everything. So it's just Lexie Loo and then Worm Food, and on YouTube as well.
Yep.
All right.
So.
Is it on like the
Spotify?
Oh, excuse me. all that
Apple
kind of stuff?
Music. Yeah.
All right.
Very cool.
There you guys have it. We will have the links to those in the description. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, share the content, all
We
that
should say
kind of
that
stuff.
up front.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I disagree. But
Yeah,
whatever.
sure you are. Whatever.
Yeah. So a true honor. You are. You know as well as anybody, you are part of this herd that we have created.
I'm honored.
And I'm excited for the journey to continue in
Me
working
too.
with you. Hell
Thanks
yeah.
for having
Thank you for
me.
coming.
I can't
Thank you
believe
so much.
that.
All
I
right.
could say
Thanks, you
things.
guys. Thanks to those of you at home. We'll see you guys next week.
Mic drop.